Time for Law and Disorder.
I demand a lawyer.
With attorney Jeff Kaufman on 101.1 WJRR.
All right, Jeff, partner at Kaufman. He's back from his birthday week cruise. You weren't on the boat that caught on fire now, were you, Jeff?
No, not our boat.
Okay.
The shrimp and everything was still being served, so I guess no.
Oh, shrimp and lobster.
There's always shrimp.
Did you have a lobster?
They have these things called lobster. I don't know if it actually is lobster.
Oh, it is.
Okay, yeah. Then I guess I had some of that.
It's legit, and you can order twice if you'd like.
Well, you can order as many times. They'll bring you whatever they want. And Royal Caribbean is actually a great boat.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
They don't play around. I texted you a happy birthday, by the way. I don't know if you saw that on the high seas.
I didn't get anything off my phone.
Really?
For some reason.
Oh, so you didn't get mine either then?
Yeah, good try, Lynch. Look at him.
We'll go with that. See, that's the great thing. Plausible deniability.
I'll show you mine. Pat, why don't you break out your phone over there?
No, I lost it.
Because I delete all my stuff. I don't keep it in there. I don't trust the government.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, Jeff, of course, Kaufman and Lynd, if you have been injured, car accident, slip and fall, whatever, he and his firm can give you some guidance. Do you actually need legal representation? That would be something to find out. A good question to ask, and you guys are very honest about answering those questions.
It's always tough to tell people, and that's the hard part. There's a line that says no good deed goes unpunished, and I've lived with that for like the last 27 years of our career because we've always offered free legal. So somebody will call us and they'll say, they see a lot out there and they think everything's like the lottery. Mm-hmm. I won $1 million. Well, you won $1 million because you were really hurt and there were a lot of medicals. You didn't win $1 million because you needed the money. And that's tough to tell people sometimes. So we sometimes have to tell people, this is what you're looking at. Oh, this person injured me. Yes, but that person has no money. And you don't want to spend $10,000 not to be able to collect $1. So, we have to give sometimes we have to give people that advice.
Yeah, but you know what? It's better for somebody to know than go to a lawyer that's going to charge them, even though they're not going to get squat.
How do you get a hold of Jeff?
So thank you for doing that for our listeners and everybody. Jeff at whenyouneedus.com is his direct email. That's Jeff at whenyouneedus.com or pound 546 on your cell. This one just came in a minute ago. Legal question. Rock lights on my Jeep. He's getting a hard time for having them. What does Florida law say? Is it no blue, red, or flashing, nothing allowed? I asked what rock lights were. They're the small lights in the wheel wells of vehicle and usually under the vehicle.
Could you imagine how great a lawyer I would be if I could be hit up with a question like that and in 10 seconds, without researching, without going online, to be able to tell you, actually, the hue of blue that you're using is probably off by 10%. Are you out of your mind? Dude, Google this stuff in Florida. Google lights in Florida, man. Come on.
Do you believe this?
I don't know. Pat, how many great questions have I answered out the year? You think I have the ability to determine brightness on a rock light?
Or shades of whatever. My comment on that is when you see it's. Yeah, I know a lot of you
pour like a legit question.
Pour money into doing that and giving those effects to your.
Don't do it.
My first thought is, boy, that attracts a lot of attention.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do on the road is, for example, as I have a Jeep, I'm a Jeep owner too. I love my Jeep. But every time you attach these huge lights onto it looks cool, but turn them off. Only use them if you're at night, if you're off-road or something. You don't need your rock lights on when you're driving down I-4. Mm-hmm. Even though there are some concrete out there. But you know what's going to happen. You are going to get screwed.
Do you get a lot of ducks from other Jeep drivers?
Oh, I get ducks all the time, man. And I love that. I love when duck owners do that. Jeep owners are the coolest. Like there was this autistic child who was getting bullied, and a Jeep group showed up and just drove down this kid's street for like an hour, throwing him ducks, throwing him toys, everything possible. Jeep owners are fantastic.
That's cool. That's real cool. Morning, gentlemen. Oh, here's one that you could answer right off the fly. Does Jeff do living wills?
I have one on my website, actually, for free. Go to Free Will on whenyouneedus.com. Again, it's right at the top. See, I love when these questions are easy, yeah.
Free Will at whenyouneedus.com. Morning, gentlemen. Jeff, can an employer legally work you 60-plus hours a week, then they complain of simple and major instances telling us have to be safe and aware professional Do you understand that?
Yeah, what they're saying is this, is they're overworked. And then they're complaining about safety issues.
Oh, yeah.
If the safety issues are caused by an employer being overworked, this happens all the time. For example, long-distance trucking requires people to rest a period of time. In this situation, it's clear that they're overworking you and that this might cause you to be injured. And if you are injured because they overworked you, they're going to have a problem, no matter how much complaining they do.
But to see back in the day, trucking, it used to just be take some black beauties and let it ride.
Well, I don't know about the black beauty.
80 hours? Man, that ain't nothing.
I love how he knows all the different drugs.
Eastbound and down.
Yeah.
And we're going to do what they say can't be done. My mother lost custody of my brother. My brother and I.
My mother-in-law's custody of my brother.
Of my brother and I. No.
Of my brother and I, okay.
In the late 70s when we were 9 and 10. My father fully paid off alimony, and she never had support order over either of us. She's now indigent. And
Indigent?
Damn it, it was the
she was
spelling.
Native American.
She's indigenous, yes.
I knew when I read that, I was like, that's the engines. Anyway, black beauties, man.
There you go.
Would she be able to get a judge to compel my brother and I to support her? Before anybody judges me, remember that I'm talking about a mom that lost custody of her children in a divorce in the 70s when it was exceptionally uncommon.
Listen, you can always get subpoenaed for any case, but I don't know if they're going to bring you in, especially when you're going to be, you seem like you're a tad bit hostile. And the last thing I would want to do is bring in you to testify for me. And you're probably a really nice dude, but I can tell you this: if I had a client and you were on this side, I would not be bringing you forward. So there's a good chance they won't be calling you. But if they do, you got to show up.
Okay, I had my house repiped. The old company got bought by a new company that doesn't want to honor anything warranty wise.
I don't know. I think when you normally buy the assets of a company, you buy the liabilities also. You can't just, if there are warranties and everything else and they take over that company, a lot of times they can't avoid the assets. So they might have taken that liability too. It depends on how they purchased the company.
Should be in the contract when you sign the work order, right?
It's in the contract that talks about other companies taking over. But sometimes a company gets liquidated because of bankruptcy and things like that, and the liabilities don't pass. You have to find out if that company was bought or how that happened. But yeah, most time the company is liable unless there's a bankruptcy issue.
Okay. Who would they contact for something?
Business lawyer, but you are going to write a check. They're not going to do this for free.
Okay. That's a good heads up. Jeff, 4 months at a new job. All my supervisor says insurance after 90 days. Contact HR and tell me I only had 45 days to sign up. Now I can't get insurance through work. Is there something I can do to fight this?
Yeah, it sounds like they didn't honor their contract, but at the same time, it might be in the handbook that you have to apply within 45, so you have to follow the rules that they give you. Now, if they don't give it to you, you could be the squeaky wheel as long as you want. Believe it or not, the Obama insurance sometimes is better than the stuff companies get. I mean, I'm always surprised. I pay all my people's insurance. I mean, it's a ridiculous amount of money every month. And sometimes some people tell me, well, the Obama better than yours. I'm like, well, then go get that.
Yeah.
I pay, sometimes $600-700 a head, and that's expensive. And I think yours will probably cost you about $100 to $200, which sucks. I would go to the company and say, listen, this was unfair. But if they say to you, hey, listen, dude, it was written here and you blew that off, that's what they're going to argue. And when that happens to you, I'm going to be very sorry, but that's what they're going to say. Read the rest of the handbook.
Nobody ever reads the handbook.
In other words,
read the handbook, people, because that's how they screw you.
He's in you got to wait till open enrollment to get your
next year.
Yeah,
El Succo, and I'm terribly sorry. That's a crappy way to do things. In my business, for example, immediately on that 90 days, I don't do that. You're in. So,
right on. For Jeff, I have a non-disclosure agreement with my employer. Can I discuss it with an attorney without being in violation?
Yes, absolutely. You can discuss any legal issue. Attorneys are bound by confidentiality too, so they can't go, oh, well, guess what this company does? Can't have that discussion. So yes, you could absolutely talk about legal issues with your attorney.
Okay. And then a happy belated birthday, Jeffrey, at the text line as well.
That's so nice of you people. Thank you.
All right. If you need to get a hold of Jeff, again, you can do it directly anytime. Get the same kind of advice he gives right here each week on the Lynch and Taco Show. If you can't wait till Mondays, do it now.
Jeff at whenyouneedus.com or pound 546 on your cell. And if we didn't answer your question, I'll print it up. Yes, Jeff?
And our next comedy show is, I believe it's on the 13th, or the 11th. And go to whenyouneedus.com/events. Remember, it's a free event. We love it. We filled up last time. We brought 800 people to the movie on Thursday for Ghostbusters. We're always trying to get out there. So go to whenyouneedus.com/events to see the free events we're putting on.
All right, cool.
Jeff Kaufman from Kaufman and Lynd. Do appreciate you taking your time out of your busy schedule to help out some of our listeners each week.
Missed you guys.
It's Law and Disorder on JRR and the Lynch and Taco Show.
In your ears means you're doing it right.
This is 101.1 WJRR, Orlando's Rock Station.